Krunk Korner. Today we are here to talk about who we are and what Krunk's about. And today you are here with your four hosts, such as
Anjali,
Ava,
Dre'Aunnah,
and Dilana. Today we will talk about what Krunk is, what we're here to bring, and other topics. So, what is Krunk, y'all?
KRUNK is an acronym which stands for Creating Realistic Universal New School Knowledge, which
is a student-led production company that promotes positive mental and physical health through the 5 elements of hip-hop.
So, what's everyone's role at Krunk?
I'm a visual artist.
I am also a visual artist.
I'm a visual artist.
and I'm the photographer.
All flowers to you, Anji. But, so, how long have y'all been at Krunk?
About 2 years, I think.
Like a year and 3 months.
2 years.
2 months. So, do y'all feel like Krunk has helped y'all?
Honestly, if anything, I feel like in what aspect, like, are you talking about?
Like, has it helped you grow, whether social-wise, taught you any new tricks?
I think socially, it's definitely taught me a lot because there's been like a whole like filtration of people who came here, and I feel like with me personally, I learned from like each person I meet, and I feel like that was really nice. But learning aspects, you know, our teacher can't even draw. I find that so crazy, but I learned a lot from him. He's really helpful.
Love you
Hugs and
guys.
kisses.
Yeah. Krunk's pretty cool. I guess that helps me. I don't know what to say.
You better raise your voice. You better talk.
She said it's very nice, you know, the people here are wonderful. They, you know, just incite her furry answers, you know.
Yo, don't be embarrassed now. You had your chance, bro.
Bruh, come on now.
You didn't need to say that.
I'm just saying. How are the people gonna know what you're saying?
Exactly.
They're just gonna
Bro,
assume.
look at her turning red, bro. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. We're not be doing that. Keep that in. Keep that in.
Horrible.
Oh my gosh, keep it rolling. Alright.
What about you, Anji?
Okay, so since I came here at such a, early age, 14 guys, Krunk really helped me get out of my
Ripe
shell.
age.
Yeah, bro, early age.
No, we came here at the same time.
Yeah, bro. I was like, whoa, there's all these people who I can actually be myself around.
Wait, pause y'all. I'm so sorry, Anji. When they first like performed for us, like at Kappa,
Yeah.
I feel like that's what really like got
Bro,
me hooked
Jules,
on.
like his vibe
Yeah,
was so
bro,
immaculate.
like I was like I really want to like be around these people like that too. Like I really used to hate talking on stages and stuff. Now look at me. I go to like so many programs where it's mandatory for me to do that now. And like if I would have never like saw them on stage doing all that, I would have been sitting in my room crying.
That's crazy. Oh my god. But yeah.
So far, for someone who's went through a lot of changes in the past 7 months, this has helped me open myself back up to what I used to do and what I used to do. Like art, I stopped doing that after quarantine. Poetry, I stopped doing. But being around other people that do the same thing, instead of just closing myself off, has helped me open up to what I am. So, necessarily, what do y'all hope this podcast brings to the table?
Honestly, I just want to have like a place where people can learn more about KRUNK because you know it's always great to have more people come and you know learn about like what KRUNK really means because I feel like people just get that misconstrued like oh yeah it's just mainly the rappers, but there's various like aspects of KRUNK that people don't get to see, such as like us. So I really just hope people are just able to be like, oh well, this sounds great. I feel like I should join something like that, and you can become part of the KRUNK movement because that's in actuality that's what it is, like a movement to promote mental health.
I just want to spread some positivity.
Yeah.
Make people feel good.
With furries.
Oh my goodness. You didn't even say that.
Yeah, okay, bro. Closeted furry over here. But like,
Not furry.
But this podcast, I mean, it'd be a cool way to get the media people out. Like Dre said, like we aren't really showcased in like, I guess like
the media.
Yeah, the forefront, like the media department. We aren't really showcased that much because it's more so, about the vocal aspect of the program, usually. And I feel like this would be a nice way for us to actually have some kind of, I don't know about impact, but like, put our personalities out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's better to get a teenage insight, especially on like stuff like this, because nowadays a lot of kids don't join programs like these. So like you want to bring it to their attention so they want to join it, and like give a teenage insight on certain stuff, like when we're talking about current events and future reference, or when we're talking about stuff that we go through, it gives better insight so more people hear about us.
Yeah, and I know, like, a lot of times people hear about, like, these programs, and they're like, oh, yeah, it's too good to be true, by, like, people who are older than us, or, like, people who run the program. Of course these people are going to be like, oh, well, you should join. Yeah, this is a great program for you. Like, we should have you here. But at the same time, I feel like just having some insight on people who, like, done this, been here for a while, experienced some of, like, the ups and downs the program has gone through to lead up to this. I feel like that's what people need to actually just be like, oh, well, this person has been doing this for so long, or, oh, well, this person looks like me, so I feel like I should join this because, you know, I just want to be surrounded by people who look like me as well.
And what do y'all hope the podcast brings to y'all selves, actually? Do y'all hope to grow from it, learn from it?
Talk again.
Personally,
I feel like I hope it brings me out of my shell. I know it might not seem like it, but like I used to be really like introverted, like really stayed in myself. But like I said, after coming here and meeting so many people who like encouraged me to be like, oh yeah, you should come out of like whatever like bubble I had around me. So I just hope to learn more about stuff. Of course, learn about you guys. Love you lots. And you know, just become a better version of myself because that's all I can do.
I personally hope it brings like new growth experience, because old Dilana would never do no podcast, not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't even be talking on camera. But I hope
Why'd you hit your chest?
Y'all look so awkward, bro.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what
My hair was doomed.
I always catch myself away. I just have to have some physical connection when it comes to my hands. But I feel like hopefully it promotes me. Say I want to do this outside of Krunk when I get older. This will give me better experience with any type of topic that involves podcasting, hosting, whatever the case may be.
Public speaking.
Yeah,
you have to take it's a requirement to take a public speaking class at Howard. Hello?
Howard? What do you mean, Howard? Is that
College.
University?
It's a college, Ava. What the heck?
Wait,
Come on, now,
Howard?
catch up.
Yeah, the college.
I ain't never heard of that.
Howard
Howard College?
That's
Washington, D.C.
is a historic black college.
Yeah, it's a
It's
HBCU,
a
baby.
HBCU.
I've never heard about. Never heard of it.
That's tragic.
You
What
never
colleges
heard
do you know
Howard?
about?
Harvard,
Oh wow,
Shut
MIT.
bro has no future.
You know. Oh, let's talk about that, guys. Our ethnicities.
Our ethnicities.
It was Puerto Rican.
Yeah, Ava's Puerto Rican. Believe it or not.
That's crazy. What do you want me to say about that?
So much older.
Huh?
Chol chol.
What?
Do it
Mom
else
said
action.
that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm Ghanaian and Moroccan, literally.
I'm Native American and African American.
I'm a mutt. What?
That's
crazy.
Actually.
Speaking of much, y'all know this morning, I was getting ready for school as I should. Y'all want to know what time I get to school?
What?
Let's talk about that. What time we have to get into school? Because that's
What
ridiculous.
is our school routines, matter of fact?
No, bro. Freak my school routine, because I have none. I have to be in the doors by 6 a.m.
Are you serious? I wake up at 6 a.m. What?
Literally, I could never. Bro.
And
I
they're
would
over
drop
here.
out.
They're over here talking about, oh yeah, they just have so many rules and regulations, and then not only that, like our school has like a ranking system.
You don't go to
And
Kappa?
no, not anymore. I love Kappa, but I don't go there no more. There's a ranking system in my school, so there's like class rank. So personally, I think I'm 19 out of 220,
Golly.
and bro, you don't understand how stressful it is. Like this one girl, she has like, I think her grade point average is like less than mine by like a point, and she was over here yelling at me, talking about something. You stole my spot. And I'm like, bro, why are you over here coming at me? I didn't even know there was a school rank a class rank until last grading semester when you're yelling at me. Hello?
Work smarter. Not
And then literally, like, get your money up, not your funny up. Anywho, and then it really, like, I don't know, like, last semester, just for me personally, I feel like even though I know junior year is supposed to be, like, we're all juniors, I know it's supposed to be the most important year, but I'm getting lazy, bro. Like, I promise you, and it's so stressful. And, like, in AP Lang, we had this one little not poem, but, like, we had to write a synthesis essay. Y'all know what synthesis essays are? So, basically, you, not a synthesis essay, it's a rhetorical essay. So, you have to basically look at the structure of, like, how the passage is written, like, what it means, like, all that stuff. And then you have to say how this proves this, why they wrote it this way, like, down to the period they make, like, everything. So we were doing this one about grading systems, and I just, like, when I was doing it or whatever, I don't know why, but it just made me so emotional, just, like, looking at, like, all those people who had to go, like, I don't know, I might just be too much of an empath, but, like, I was looking at, like, the research and stuff that goes along with it, and, like, there were so many children who actually, like, are struggling with school, like, not only, like, the actually getting the work done, but, like, the mental aspects that come with it, like, all this stress that school puts on us. So the question I want to ask is, like, how do y'all feel like that? Like, when was a moment y'all, like, just felt, like, down and in the dumps just because, like, y'all don't want to get up and fix that one C you might have because you have too much work you're drowning in, and your teachers don't, like, understand that because they're like, oh, well, you need to get this done, you need to follow this schedule. I have 7 other classes that I need to get stuff done for. So literally.
That was me last quarter. Oh my goodness.
I think I got to a point where my brain kind of just shut off as a means of just, like, because I just kind of stopped caring. I still care about my grades to a point, but, like, I stopped letting it affect me so deeply because once quarantine happened and they started piling all that work on us and I was, like, in middle school, I was just like, bro, this is, like, mad stressful. And then it's then and I was just like, okay, bro, I'm gonna stop taking school this seriously. Like, that's kind of crazy, actually.
But same. Like, I went from a straight A student, I went to the gifted program, all that. So now, bro, I have 2 C's. I know that might not sound bad, but, like, for me, going from, like, academic excellence to now what my grades are now is so demeaning to me. And how do we, like, let our grades define us so much so that, like, it's all we revolve around, like, students first before anything else. I feel like I should be my own person before I'm a student.
Yeah.
Because how am I supposed to learn this work that you're giving me without learning myself?
Low-key,
like,
my brain just stopped letting me read.
No, literally.
Like, I tried to read something and I had to keep reading it over and over because my brain just wasn't taking it in.
Because I can't comprehend. Like, there's so many moments where we're just fed stuff and we're like, oh yeah, analyze this, analyze that. Bro, give me a break.
At this point, we're obese when it comes to schoolwork.
Literally,
like,
we're robots. I'm sick of it.
Because I feel like a lot of times people implant this idea, if you don't have an education, you are really nobody important. You gotta have an education to do this, that, third.
No, but I feel like in some instances that we do, like, we as humans, we need, like, some form of knowledge within us. But, like, for it to be, like, pushed upon us, yeah, I feel like that's good too, because in certain instances around the world, there's no, like, educations, there's no, like, structured learning, no nothing. So I'm grateful that I have that, but at the same time, should it be as stressful as it is?
It's the fact that, like, for some classes, they're outwardly hard for a reason. Like, for some classes, they literally are designed to be hard for you, and I don't understand that. Like, I got an AP class, because that's literally proving years so they can get in college, but, like, classes like physics, some dude just made up that just so his equations made more sense. Why are we learning that?
That, like, actually, like,
why
that
are we
actually,
learning
like,
that?
upset me so much. And then in AP Euro in specific, bro, we're learning about, what's that one dude? Oh my god. Tito Brahe, bro. Why? I'm so upset, bro. You over here measuring the planets, bro. Now I gotta freaking struggle in chemistry. Bro.
Makes no sense,
I was so upset. I was learning about it. Like, bro, you're actually, like, so, God, I'm so irritated. And then it didn't even start, like, in medieval ages, bro. It started, like, in Greece and stuff. It's horrible.
I feel like some topics are just, like, that really won't help us. Like, I feel like a lot of schools should give classes, like, a lot of schools nowadays, they're doing personal finance because a lot of people complained about it. Like, why are we going to school if we're not learning how to do this or that? Obviously, we need math. We need to know how to read. Sometimes we need science, depending on what you want to do. But I feel like there's other topics that should really be important, that should really be put main focus off. Obviously, math, stuff like that. But why aren't y'all teaching us how to do taxes? So when we're going out there, it's harder.
No, but I know in Pittsburgh Public for, definitely, as me personally, coming from, like, Pittsburgh Public for majority of my life, like, I went there from 5th grade to 11th grade. But before that, like I went from Moon to Montour. So like I've been like a little around the world with like school systems, and like I noticed they don't offer like a lot. Like Pittsburgh Public is like this in terms of education, in my
They're
opinion.
really in the box.
Like literally in a box. I go to Montour now, and like why is there an astronomy class? Like, isn't that so crazy? And then like now, I took a botany class.
That sounds
Like,
dope.
It's really nice. And then I have an anatomy and physiology class, and then now I have to go to like a hospital and go with a RN and like actually experience the stuff that
That sounds like
doctors
so much
and like
fun.
doctors and like medical assistants do. And I feel like certain like school districts actually are like working towards implementing like that real world experience that students as we need, because like
Yeah.
you're sending us out into the world. Like, yeah, we turn 18, we're categorized as adults, but at the same time, are we really? Like, what experience that claims, or what experience like gives us that like, oh yeah, certification that, oh yeah, we're adults, like just because our age changed?
Not
like,
gonna lie.
You gotta have experience to be an adult. You genuinely have to have something that tells you you're an adult. Because regardless, even when my family's talking to me, they be like, you're going on adult years. You're not an adult because age don't mean nothing. They will tell you straight out, age don't mean a thing. Until you experience what we go through, you are not adult. When you start, I feel like some cases, yeah, but like some things, there's not a lot of things that point to we're adult, we're grown, we know this, that, the third.
What categorizes a person as like an adult though? Because like, yeah, experiences, but without experiences, you need like years of knowledge and stuff. But at the same
Bro, I know
time, in
people who are
my
15
opinion,
who got like 30 years worth of
no,
experience.
for real. Like I feel like everybody has some form of knowledge, no matter how old they are.
Literally.
Like there's 15, 16, even 12-year-olds that are way smarter than me. Like.
Man,
Just
maturity,
because,
bro. Maturity don't
yeah,
mean none, because
no,
there's
literally.
50-year-olds who act 10. So
And
it's
then, like I said, there's adults who be acting like children. So what really categorizes a person as an adult, or what aspects of them makes them adult?
I feel like I feel like growth helps you be adult because you obviously gotta
Learning.
go through
It
stuff.
always comes back to learning.
Yeah. I feel like you gotta go through this to figure out this. You gotta do this to know this.
Which all comes from experience.
So you gotta experience everything in order to know anything. Like you gotta first lift your foot up before you can walk. Once you start lifting your foot up, you gonna learn how to walk eventually.
Exactly.
So every experience leads to another experience or
a
a
higher path.
milestone.
Yeah. I know I've been references a lot of AP Euro, but I love that class. That class is really like my whole heart. But there's this one philosopher that we're learning about. His name's Rene Descartes, and his philosophy basically is doubt everything until you can't doubt whatever you know. So like, oh yeah, he says if you blink, how do you know you're actually blinking? Oh, if you walk, how do you know you're actually walking? So you have to actually like go through the process of elimination, and you have to find out these topics by yourself, because you're just gonna believe what the next person says. You're
Because
gonna end
they
up-
said it.
Exactly, and you can't do that. Like, say for instance, I think he was born in the age where the Catholic Church, not to get religious or anything, was like the predominant like aspect of the world. And they were like, oh, well, the earth is the center of the universe. Well, now we know it's obviously not, even though that was a common belief back then, because those people took it upon themselves to actually be like, oh, well,
This, that,
yeah,
the
we
third.
we know this, but how can we actually see this? So they went through an experience of like, oh, yeah, we took these measurements themselves, finding it out by themselves to eventually come on, what is the answer I'm looking for? A solution by themselves. Like, you have to go through a process of learning and making mistakes to finally come to a conclusion by yourself. And I feel like people should implement that in school as well. Like,
Yeah, like-
we fail tests once, and that's supposed to define our entire like
Yes,
school life.
like-
Actually,
Like, we
yeah,
fail a
you
class
have a point
once,
with that.
like,
Bro,
and it stays on our
emotion-
transcript forever. Why can't we have the possibility to try and try and try again? Because isn't that what learning is? The ability to try and learn new things.
Guys, am I the only one who low-key thinks that emotional maturity should be something that's taught through school too? Now, I know that that's the whole point of being like around your peers and stuff, but I feel like classes about like what you just say, like a philosophers and stuff, like the idea of having like free thought, because I feel like in our society, since social media has become a thing, free thought has kind of left
We're like
a lot of people.
beehives. We're
Like
beehives,
people
literally.
are like literally like, I'm sorry to say this, I'm like sheeple, bro. Like we literally blindly like listen and believe anything we're told.
It's like drones. Like there's this one show called Hive, and it's literally like
I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
Actually.
not the bloody one. I mean the
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah. It's like literally, like you said, like sheep. They're just following like lambs to the slaughter. Like you believe this one thing, everybody believes this, and like there's a misconception of the things that just go round and round and round. And how do we know it's misconceptions? No one's even figuring it out for themselves.
Like people just forgot that there's two sides to every story,
Exactly.
and I feel like that's like really dangerous for a lot of people, especially since our world in general is becoming more hard for like everyone. Well, not in our world, but in America, I guess. It's becoming collectively way more hard. Like people are getting worse, the economy's getting worse, everything is getting worse, and it's just like.
No one's making an active change to be like, oh well, this probably shouldn't happen. So let me
Do
try
this
exactly
to fix this. Nobody's trying to. Everybody, I know for experience, like everybody talks about change, but nobody actually tries to promote change. Like you could say this, but not everybody's going to agree to it. You gotta be persistent on what you want in order for something to change. Like from me coming from West House, there was CTE obviously, so there was a couple classes you could take. But you had to be in CTE for it. You had to wait till you were in 10th. Like, I took ERT, Emergency Response Technology. I wouldn't have known that a thing till I got high school. And I feel like certain classes should be more open to younger kids or older. I feel like you shouldn't have to wait a certain point for stuff. Like, when I go to DICE now, CTE had Emergency Response Technology, Nursing, Culinary, Personal Finance, and Cosmetology. And now when I go to DICE now, there's culinary just as a regular class, fashion arts as a regular class. There's so many classes I wouldn't even think exist till you get to certain schools.
Exactly.
And I feel like I understand if you're a smaller school, you obviously can't fit every curriculum in. But I feel like you should try to put more stuff like that. That's really going to keep kids interested in learning. Because I know when I found out I had fashion arts, I was actually interested in that. I take Japanese. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Hold on.
Yeah. I feel like also environments play like a major factor in how people interpret stuff. Like me growing up in like a suburban area and another person growing up, for instance, like somewhere in like Homewood or like somewhere
Hill.
Or the hill, they're obviously going to have a different outlook on certain aspects of things and how to learn because they're growing up around like things that are shaping the knowledge of like how they, and like I said, interpret things. Like I said, at Montour, like we have so many different programs and stuff that I wouldn't have even known about at Kappa, like anatomy and physiology.
Never would have heard of it.
Exactly.
Like I would have heard of it online, but like I've been, hold on, like
I'll be like, oh yeah, that's probably a class I could take in college or something.
Yeah.
No, I could get the college course, not college course. I can get the college credit for it and take it while being in high school.
That's
I'm
why.
not gonna lie, bro. Kappa, can I just say my main pet peeve with it? Like, I feel like the thing it does with the schedule is so repetitive and kind of like it takes you out of your element. Cause like there's so many times when I've gone on a break and I came back feeling like a human being again, and then getting washed in a Kappa and feeling like a robot for like after a week. Cause
That's so rude.
it's so on and off. Cause like I know they do the day 1 and day 2 schedule, but it's like you wake up and you go to 3 classes, and then you go to major for 3 hours. It's just like you don't add
majors. Yeah, I feel like major, and I really hate the thing of, not hate, because I honestly loved Kappa. I really didn't like, one of the main like factors that led me to leave Kappa is I feel like the majors aren't really teaching us anything.
No, they're just making us pump out work.
Exactly.
It's literally nothing new. Like, I guess you get like a new piece of knowledge that you guess you didn't know before, but you could have figured it out through the internet. You didn't need to go to a school for that.
And another thing I feel like a critique with that as well, are critiques. Like,
Oh my gosh,
bro,
you're right.
they literally traumatized me. Like, yeah, I had to follow a format. Of course, it's a critique. But at the same time, to showcase my artwork, yeah, it's an art school. To showcase my artwork and be like, oh, well, you should have done this better. It's my art style. I feel like art isn't an objective thing that just follows a certain format every single time. Would we have like curators like Picasso, Basquiat, all these other people, if they had the same thing every time? What makes them unique?
It wouldn't be art. It would be a copy and paste situation.
Exactly.
Art is something you use to define yourself, express yourself. So when you're trying to put a label on this specific art and say that's art, it's not fair to others, because now what they're doing doesn't feel like art, because that's how they use to express themselves, and they call it art. Now some people be pushing it with the, I'm expressing myself. Let's
splashing some paint on the canvas. Come on now.
Alright, period. Eat them up, I guess. You know, I could do that too, though. I could do it too.
Talk about some $1 million. Excuse you?
And people really be buying it.
No, for real.
I mean, hey, if I could make money like that, I'm making money like that.
No, for real. Need a couple dollars.
Yeah, a little bit of change. You know,
Like,
fill up my wallet real quick.
no, but that's really like that's really crazy to me. Like, how do y'all feel about it?
Oh
though?
my
Like,
goodness. I hate Kappa and it's art. I hate art now because of Kappa. Like,
I feel like that's an honest feeling because there was a time where I felt like I couldn't do art at all. Just
yeah.
because the fact that, another pet peeve, we have the same classes every year.
no.
Every year, never changes.
See,
Never
I-
changes.
I don't
wait,
like
in art,
none of those
really?
classes.
Yeah, never changes.
Oh, yeah.
Art history, Photoshop. Whoa, we not. They
No, we
took
have
that.
new media now. It's
They
called
took.
new media.
They took that out of the curriculum. I
Why?
heard. Fiber arts. Wait, no, I said that. What is that called?
Fiber arts, printmaking,
Printmaking,
sculpture, ceramics, drawing, and painting.
drawing and painting. I hated all those classes.
So real.
Except for art history. Art history was nice. And then they have AP art history, but you only can take that in senior year.
You can only
So
pick
where's the
electives.
variety? Like you go to the same classes like every single, and like people at like Dice, they follow like a 1 day schedule. Like they're like, oh well, you're supposed to do that every day,
Yeah.
every single year for 4 years long. Like same thing every single.
I've
Don't you get
heard
tired?
some-
I'm tired of seeing y'all faces.
I've heard some crazy things about like, cause like some of my family members, like when I used to go to church, like some of my church family members, like my cousin Francesca, she was a singer. She's been on The Voice and stuff like that. She went to Kappa, but like she wasn't the biggest fan of it, but it did help her in a way. But like she didn't like how it helped. Like obviously it's going to give you something. If you're doing the same thing over and over, you're
4
obviously
years straight.
you're obviously going to pick something up. If you don't, I'm a little concerned, not going to lie. They're really not doing their jobs. But I feel like at West House, we had a 2 day schedule. Like, certain, like some years you'll live by 1 day. Like, if you're in ninth, there's a 2 day schedule for them. Like, I promise you, I had 2 day schedules, A, B. When I got to 10th, it was different. You only had 2 classes that switched. And that was college prep. And what else? And science.
I feel like that's another thing. I feel like college prep should have been implemented in middle school. Cause why? If I knew I have to choose these type of classes if I want to do this. Like I feel like that's what our guidance counselors should have told us. Why am I only learning about this stuff when I get to 9th grade? I'm already taking all these classes that I don't need to take in order to take the major in order to proceed with the major that I want to do in college.
And like they don't give you classes that's gonna help with your credits or college. I know for right now, like I'm not gonna lie, my 9th and 10th grade, I did horribly. Like obviously I made up for it, but like I just didn't feel the motivation to do it because it was always the same thing. There was nothing interesting about it. There was nothing that was really teaching me that was really picking up. Like obviously the college prep was actually pretty fun because I knew the teacher since middle school. But I feel like they should start telling you about college things because you're going to obviously need to know. Because if you don't know, why am I learning about this in 11th grade? Oh, that's your important year. And they wait to tell you the most important thing, so when you get there, you're clueless.
I feel like if anything, because hearing from like my sisters and like my older brothers and stuff, I heard they actually excuse that statement I made earlier about like, oh yeah, it should be implemented in middle school. Even if it was, we didn't have a middle school. COVID ruined everything.
Yeah, that definitely was not a middle school.
Like, I had to walk across a stage online. Like, what? Like, I remember my brother's graduation, like, we went out to dinner, like, we did all this stuff. All our family was there, like, literally from all over the states. Like, Cali was there, like, from Cali, South Carolina, from Ghana, like, everywhere. And then there was mine. I promise you, there was nobody there. I sat in my room. I sat at my desk. They called my name. And they said all the words I got, and that was it. Like there was nothing else.
Yeah, like I feel like 8th, I didn't pass. I didn't do.
Oh, I kind of excelled in quarantine. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah,
I
cheated me.
Nah, but for some reason it's really good at math. I don't know what was up with that.
So I was bouncing homes from like my sister to my mom. So it was like I was never really had time to be in school because I was always doing something. And so at that point, I did not excel in 8th grade. Like 7th, they passed everybody. If you were in 7th and you went to
You automatically passed.
Yes,
Yeah.
fast. And I feel like that played a lot in it because y'all took our way out of middle school, and then like when promotion happened, it was like real awkward. Like there was nothing to celebrate.
Yeah, I feel like if anything, I know me personally, like I said, in middle school, I excelled all throughout my academic years, leading up to high school, I excelled academically. Like I was in gifted programs, like all that. And then, I don't know, quarantine hit, motivation went down. there was a lot of like mental health things mental health evaluations I had to go through because I didn't know stuff about myself until I got into quarantine. Well, I'm happy I'm learning now.
Where you
But,
was
like,
just stuck with nobody but yourself.
Exactly. So you were forced to learn about yourself, but I feel like that shouldn't be the case. But I'm saying that to say, I felt like a kind of imposter syndrome, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if like y'all know what that means.
Doesn't
But
you like blame yourself or something?
no, not really. Like you achieve like, yeah, you're like a high achiever type thing, and then like you can't believe that was you, and then you're looking back at it now. You're like, that couldn't have been you because like look what you're doing now, and like all those achievements that you had, you're just like, I couldn't have done that. Like it had to be luck. And then I promise you, I got into freshman year, I gave up. I gave up so bad. I had all CAS classes because those were all my recommendations. Because like I said,
Why did I tried to only do one, but they put me in all of them. I'm like, wow.
no, literally, and nobody told me nothing.
I was like, why am I in
promise you,
honors? I
bro.
never signed up for this.
All honors classes
That
ruined
I feel like
me.
that ruined me because I
Ruined
was not
me.
ready for that. Like I didn't ask to be in all honors either. Like
Coming
I did good
from
grades,
quarantine
bro.
too, where I cheated. Like I haven't used my brain. Like I'm sorry.
You didn't really learn nothing.
Like
it
how
was
can I
all
learn
lies. What are
something
you
looking
gonna
at a
tell
camera
me?
all day?
It was worse when they was trying to make everybody go turn on their cameras. Like
Exactly. Get on my face. Get on my
That
face.
was
What
it.
you
Get
gonna
on my
do? Suspend me,
face.
bro?
Like what you gonna do? Call home? I'm sitting right next to her.
Like,
Bro, come on now. And
she's
then-
the reason I ain't even turning on my camera. She's
Exactly.
right there.
Exactly. She coming in my room talking about some. You take out the fish already? Shut up.
Like,
No, but like actually, and then staying home with my family all that time, I low-key feel like if anything that pushed us apart. I'm seeing way too much of y'all faces. Like I can't stand y'all.
Nah, guys, I kind of liked it.
Nah,
I
can't
like
stand
quarantine
y'all.
too.
I kind of like spending time with my mom. Like, bro, we just made tea together.
Well,
and
my
she let me do
mom,
my
I'm
own
talking
thing.
about my siblings. Like, why y'all coming in my room like we're friends? I don't even like y'all.
It's crazy.
No, bro, you don't understand. Having 8 siblings is horrible.
I have to
8.
I only have one
Eight.
living
All in
with
the
me.
same house?
I have
Oh
not.
no, some of them moved, but like I'm saying, like when we had gatherings and stuff, I feel suffocated.
There's 10 of us.
Golly.
That's
Oh
insane.
my goodness.
Me
And then
personally, that's crazy.
I'm the youngest out of 10. That's the worst part.
Must be nice.
I'm literally
be
the
nice.
youngest out of 10.
Bro,
So
being
there's-
the youngest,
Nah.
being the youngest is overrated, bro. They sick and tired of kids at that point. They just trying to get you over with. Like,
I need a cold
I'm
cigarette.
just saying, not
Like-
being the youngest is no better than being the middle kid.
I'm the middle kid.
I play y'all.
Bro, what? Y'all ain't the only victims. Get out of here.
Nah,
Nuh-uh.
bro. No.
Oh my goodness.
What's so worse is like, I low key. I used to be the middle child. Not middle child. I used to be the youngest, bro. I loved it. Like my nickname literally means like youngest daughter. And bro, like I loved it. Like, and then me and like all my siblings were so close. I just felt like all my connections. And then my dirty little brothers came along, bro. Like it's sickening. It's sickening. Like, but like I say that, but like in actuality, like as an older sister, like now I like see like why my siblings were like, oh well, I don't know, like certain things they would say, like I understand because like I say that now to like my younger brothers. I'm like, oh yeah, well you shouldn't do this, even though like I would 100% do it, but I just want better for them because like
That's
they
how
should
it
be
is
better
for
than me.
Cause like, so all my siblings are adult, like besides me and my one sister, and she's 18 and I'm 17. So basically, during our whole lives, we just had adult siblings. So all they've been telling us is don't do this, don't do that, and I never understood it because I'm the youngest, and I was the only child in my mom's house because me and my sister got separated. So I was the only child in my mom's house. So when my siblings is telling me don't do this, I'm definitely going to do it regardless. And it was like weird. But now that I live with my sister, she has kids, 3 kids. So when I'm talking to my 12-year-old or my 7-year-old niece and stuff, I be telling them the same thing my siblings tell me, and I just be like, oh. And like at that point, I call them my little sisters, cause it's like I'm an older sibling at that point, living with them. Cause now I'm teaching you stuff for someone who's close to being an adult, who's gonna have to grow up eventually. I'm telling you stuff that I went through already, and I just be like, oh, this is what they meant by this and that. Don't do this, X, Y, and Z. So I appreciate my siblings, no matter how much they annoy me and how much I was ganging on for getting ganged up on when getting in trouble. It just felt so awkward, but like it helped.
No, for real. Like I definitely feel like I'm more like, I don't want to say scared, but like I'm more like inclined to feel like shame when like my older sisters or like my older brothers catch me doing something rather
That
than
I
my
ain't
mom.
supposed to
Because
do
like
it.
I promise you, like after that first 6 children, my mom was like, oh well.
Yeah.
It's not like she gave up, but like they were like, she was so strict on them. Like she was like strict to a T. Like y'all can't go outside past this time. Y'all have to be home during this time. You can't go nowhere without at least 2 of your other siblings, and then like with the rest of us, she's just like, oh well, I feel like y'all are mature. Actually, we were not. Like she should, I don't know. She just have some more leniency as she's like, I guess she's getting
I feel
older.
like- and like it's like that with my younger cousins in my family because we have a lot of older elders, and so like when we got in trouble, even with my older siblings getting in trouble, like when we got in trouble, like obviously it's different each time. Like obviously there's always a little soft for it, but like my siblings would tell me about how they got in trouble, and there'd be similar aspects on how I got in trouble, and then I look at my little cousins, and they're getting away with talking. I mean, I would have been across the room by now.
Let's talk about that sibling like I don't know like
Cousins, siblings in general. I feel
I feel like there's what is the word I'm looking for
Rivalry?
like huh
Rivalry.
no not rivalry
Nope.
Rival.
The way
Chris,
Ava
stop
talked rubbed off on me.
No, you rubbed off on me.
No, you rubbed off rivalry. What the hell are you talking
I don't
That's
know
what
how
you
to
said.
say
I
it.
heard that.
rivalry.
Right.
Oh my God, bro! Oh, I can't say anything.
Okay.
Look at you. Look how you
I
made
feel
me
like
talk.
just
This is
the
yours.
older.
Let's talk about your order, bro.
He got He got
Cross.
snakes. He got
Oh, you lost me.
snakes.
Snakes
Yeah.
are cuties.
I have
They're
two pet
adorable
snakes
until they get
myself.
too close.
Speaking
No,
of
they
snakes,
don't
when
hurt.
I was in 6th grade, I read this book about this 5 brothers that were turned into snakes and this one girl.
That's wild. When I was
Why'd your eyes get like that?
What?
What's
I was
this-
just saying it was a nice book.
Why you tell us?
I was in 5th grade, I was reading some stuff on Sherry.
I watch Inuyasha and 5th. Speaking of which,
Oh.
I love anime so much.
So real. Who's your
Anime's
favorite
dope.
anime character?
I like Zoro, but honestly, my first anime, I know this is so embarrassing. When I was like 3, I watched, what is it called, Dragon Ball with my brother, and like I think that's my first memory, literally.
No, I actually hate Dragon Ball Z. No.
It wasn't Dragon Ball Z, it was Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I watched Dragon Ball Z. I just don't like none of it because, like,
They just.
I don't know if anybody remember, but there was always this channel playing it. Like, it was
Cartoon
always.
Network?
Yes, or.
Oh my God, it died! It died last year.
Wait,
Cartoon Network is gone.
Are you
Say,
serious?
swear to God.
I promise you, wallahi, bro, it's gone.
Wait, you're dead.
I'm so serious.
What
It's
happened?
dead.
What about
They said 1990, dead. 1990 to.
2020?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you for real?
I promise you, you look on the website, it's there.
Bro, Gen Alpha is cooked.
Cooked.
They ain't got no
All,
childhood.
all they got is Phantom Tax.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you got skipping the
Bro.
toilet, bro.
Wait, is your
It's
brothers?
so over, bro.
Are they like in Gen Alpha? Your brothers?
2012 and 2011. 2011 and 2013. So yeah.
My cousins are too.
Bro, they're disgusting. They're so sick, bro. Why is my brother 13 and he wears he's 12 and he wears a size 12?
Bro, you got big feet.
And then,
You got big feet.
and then,
Shoes?
and shoes. What?
Anyway, it's been real here at Krunk Korner.
Dre'Aunnah.
Ava.
Dilana.
Anjali.
We will be back. Make sure to tune in, subscribe, like, just make sure
Like
to
and
spread
subscribe.
the word about us. And it's been real, your favorite people out.
Oopsies.